another episode of the Theater Professor vidcast. My name is Terry Dana Jakimiak II, and I am the Theater Professor. And this week we're going to be looking at a really cool app that some may consider cheating, but others may consider a fun little time waster. And before we get into that, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's stopping by thetheaterprofessor.com. It's so nice to see the forums start to fill up with artwork from different people, be able to talk to those people about what they're working on. It's really exciting to see the website grow and be able to share in this community that we're creating in regards to the art that we're creating. So thank you everyone who is an artists or patron member. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me as you come by, visit, say hi, and I get the emails. And I promise to answer emails as quickly as I can. It does get a little difficult at times, but I'm working on it. So forgive me. Please forgive me. I cannot sing a song. And that's all you get from me. All right. What are we talking about today? We're looking at an app called PaintCan. Yes, that's the name of it, PaintCan, as in a can of paint. Let's go ahead and open it up. And there's a paint can. Huh. Oh, and there we go. This is something that I was working on earlier, and you're looking at it and you're going, well, what is that? And it is a bit of painting, and I'm going to show you how this works. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit the start button at the bottom. And you can either choose from camera, photos, samples, or a project. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick from my photos. And we'll go into my moments. And I'm going to pick, let's see, what do we got? Let's grab my son here. Look at him. He's adorable, isn't he? He's doing homework. You know, that's what sons do. And you can see that we get a slightly translucent image in the background. On the left-hand side, you'll see two buttons, presets and manual. We'll go through all those in a second. On the bottom, you have start, which is what we're doing. Our undo, redo. You can peek and hide, and you'll see those in a minute. Snapshots, clear, save, share. I mean, things that you generally see when it comes to an app like this. So what does this app do? Well, I'm going to jump into presets. And there we go. And you'll see background, details, and extras. And if I select, for example, heavy, you see that it's doing some funky things right above that. Well, this is what happens. I take my finger with heavy set, and I press on the picture. And you see that? Turns it into a fairly loose painting. I'm going to finish up this one. And there we go. And then if I wanted to, I could grab my details, grab my structure, and come in here and maybe detail out my son a little more. And again, just kind of moving my finger around. Maybe his arm over here and the book that he's looking in. And there we go. And then I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And you can see how cool that looks, right? And then, you could come down to extras and maybe do a ripped edge. There we go. Now I said there's some menu items at the bottom, right? So undo, redo, we know what those do. I'm not going to go into those. Peek. If I press peek and hold it, it shows me my original picture and then what it's become. Original, what it's become. If I click the hide, it'll hide the underlayer, the picture underneath. And so now I'm just seeing the paint. If I click show, we have the picture underneath. Snapshot saves project snapshot. Okay, so this is if you want to maybe change this around and continue to work on it, then now you have the snapshot. You can always come back to it. Clear does exactly that. It clears it. Are you sure you want to erase the painting? Yes, clear. Oops, no. I'm going to click oops, no. You can save it. You can share it. And of course, our usual ways to share things. And then over here we have some settings. There's not a lot of settings, but you can take a look at it. And the two arrows on the right actually reduce and reduce it even more. So you can hide all that if you don't want to look at any of that. There we go. Okay, so let's say this is good, and I want to save it. I'll click my save button, and it saves it into my photos. Okay. Now this whole time I've been doing presets, right? And I could zoom in, grab my face, and maybe I want to get my face a little better. There we go. Zoom back out. But what if I wanted to do it without these presets? I could go into manual, and you'll see I have my brushes, eraser, size, and opacity. So let's grab a brush. I'm going to grab that top right brush. I'm going to come over to this table area over here and take my size down a little bit. And what if I start painting in this area? It's using that brush shape. And what I mean by that is, for example, if I were to switch to, say, this, now it's using a different brush shape. And that's a chair back there in case you were curious. Or if I were to grab this brush shape, creates another look. And you can see, really, I'm not a real big fan of that one. Or you grab, say, this brush shape. Okay, and you can adjust the opacity and the size. So now I've gone big size, less opacity. And again, it's a different look. So some people are going to look at this and they're going to go, yeah, this is not really painting. This is not art. You know, you're kind of cheating the system by using these presets. You're not doing all the manual painting. But this is what I would say to those people, right? Okay. No, it is not me putting down each individual stroke. But there are some things that I do have to look at. Things like composition, or whether or not the coloration is right. Because, you know, one of the things I could do is I could take this into one of my photo editing applications. I could then edit it to change the, you know, the color, the RGB values, to get it to how I want it, then bring it back in here and create this. I mean, is it an artist starting from scratch, sketching it out? No, but not everybody's an artist. You know, not everybody has that innate ability, and sometimes they just want to create art and have fun doing it. And this is a great way to do that, to be able to use a program that does some of this work for us, and it does look cool. I mean, look at this. This is pretty nifty. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab that brush, opacity up, size down a little bit. I'm going to adjust this area back here. You know, it's fun. And now we've got another look. I mean, some of the things that you're looking at is are you adjusting the focal point? Are you, you know, where do you want the eye to be? Like, one of the things that I'd probably do is I come over here, grab my ripped edge and actually rip a little higher. There we go. I like that better because as an artist, I like his positioning, you know, where he is. And actually I went up a little too high. What I want to do is I want to be there we go. And probably, if I was true to myself, I'd probably clear that out. And there's my picture. And save that. And save it as a snapshot. And there it is, you know. So don't be afraid to experiment with this. Again, this is called PaintCan. It's a fun little program. It is, and I'm actually going to share this. So if you don't already, make sure you follow my Twitter feed. Twitter is at @THTRProfessor, and you can see this this post. I'm even going to look at this cool image I created with PaintCan, and I'm going to post it. And there it is. So I've posted it successfully on my Twitter feed. Okay. So again, this is called PaintCan. It's a lot of fun. It's something you could just kind of sit with after you've got some photographs on your iPad. You could create these little painting artworks and save them. Maybe even print them out. I haven't tried printing them out. That's something that for a later date. And yeah, that's it. Remember that thetheaterprofessor.com has a variety of things if you are interested. I have vidcasts, I have podcasts, I have blog posts, I have all these things. You can see there, I have LinkedIn. Make sure you stop by. That's thetheaterprofessor.com. And join us. Become an artist member. Artist membership is free, or if you want to help keep everything that I do going strong, become a patron member, and that's only $5 a month, and helps to pay for, and very transparent here, it helps to pay for the website, helps to pay for my hosting fees, all those things that make the website run. So it's just something to think about. And of course, I offer online classes there as well. So make sure you check it out. And definitely, at minimum, get the free artists membership and chit-chat with us, because it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to see what people are creating. All right, that's it for this week. I'm glad to be back posting these videos, and I hope everyone is happy that spring is around the corner. I know I am. And I hope that I see a little bit of the artwork that you're creating. All right, my name's Terry Danich II, and I am the Theater Professor.